Hey guys, it's Coach O with BGC Live, and today you're going to have, of course, Fun Fact Maria with your fun fact of the day and your word of the day. You're going to have Miss Ross, the activity boss.
Hey kids, it's Maria with word of the day. Today's word is optimism, hopefulness and confidence about the future or the successful outcome of something. An attitude of optimism leads to success.
Hey y'all, this is Miss Ross, the activity boss. Today we're doing a STEAM lesson that focuses on engineering. So engineering is the process of using math and science to solve problems.
Okay guys, as always, make sure you get permission from your parents before you participate in any activities or experiments on any of our social media platforms.
Our design challenge is to build, create, or invent something that can help people during the coronavirus outbreak. So my problem that I'm trying to find a solution to is that a lot of doctors and nurses have to go out to work still, and they have to go somewhere where there's a lot of sick people, but then they have to come back to their families, and maybe they have germs and viruses on them. So what I made, my prototype, I made it out of cardboard, and this is a little house. And then this is a tent area where doctors and nurses could come in and they could take a shower, they could take off their clothes, and they could make sure that they don't have any germs or viruses on them before they go into their house. And so this is an important part of the design thinking process, is just making a really simple little prototype, which is like a little model of your idea so that people can visualize what your solution is. And it can be really rough. I want you guys to use anything you have in your house. You can use Legos, you can use building blocks or cardboard. You can even just draw and show me what your solution is going to be.
And so for our STEM lesson, we worked on creating an invention that can help someone. And the design challenge was to invent something that could help people during the coronavirus. And so I'm going to read just a little bit of this book. It says, "This is the story of Rosie Revere, who dreamed of becoming a great engineer. In Lila Greer's classroom at Blue River Creek, young Rosie sat shyly, not daring to speak. But when no one saw her, she peeked in the trash for treasures to add to her engineer stash. And late at night, Rosie rolled up her sleeves and built in her hideaway under the eaves." I want to tell you guys a little bit about this picture right here. So it's called Rosie Revere Engineer, and it's based on someone called Rosie the Riveter. And if you see throughout the book, there's lots of people wearing these little red and white polka dot headscarves. And so that's an ode to someone called Rosie the Riveter. And so right now, there's a lot of uncertainty, and it feels like the whole world is going through the same thing, through the coronavirus. But this isn't the only time when the whole world felt uncertainty. Another example is World War II, which happened from 1939 to 1945. All the men went off to war, and all the women had to do a lot of important jobs, like keeping the factories going and making all the things that were needed for the war. So women got really involved, and they were doing all these jobs they had never done before. And so there was someone called Rosie the Riveter, and she was put on a bunch of posters, and it was about women empowerment and getting women especially involved in doing jobs they hadn't done before. So Rosie the Revere, the engineer, is based on Rosie the Riveter and the idea that women can do anything. They can do all sorts of jobs.
I hope you guys had fun today learning more about engineering and design thinking. So I want you guys to go build, create apps, websites, buildings, any idea for an invention that can help people during the coronavirus. And then you can post pictures of what you made and your ideas on social media. See you guys next time.
Hey, it's Fun Fact Maria. Did you know that optimism can help you live longer? So always look on the bright side. Optimism lowers your blood pressure, and it's linked to a healthy heart. Be an optimist today and live longer.
So today with Miss Ross, the activity boss, she read a snippet of Rosie Revere Engineer, and we learned about design thinking and engineering. So your challenge of the day is to watch a Let's Read More Build segment and tag us in your comments at BGC South Al.